You will spend roughly 5 entire years of your life just standing in line, sitting on a train, or doing simple household chores.
Wow, 5 years. That is a lot of time.
Right. 5 whole years. And usually when we think about how to live a good life, we just focus on the big moments.
Yeah, like getting a new job or traveling to a new country.
Exactly, making a big change. But today, we are going to look at the invisible architecture of your life. So, welcome to our deep dive. Our mission today is to explore the rhythm of everyday life.
It is such an important topic.
It really is. We are taking a detailed look at the simple daily routines that structure a full day, from the very moment your morning alarm rings all the way to turning off the lights at night.
Because it is so easy to go through these daily routines on autopilot. I mean, we just don't think about them.
Yeah, we just do them.
Right. But when you stop and actually look at them, they reveal some fascinating patterns about human behavior. We're going to talk about why we organize our time the way we do and, well, how we protect our energy.
And to make sure you, our listener, can truly appreciate these everyday moments, we are going to keep our language and our concepts simple, clear, and easy to follow today.
I love that, keeping it accessible.
Yeah, we want to explain some big psychological ideas, but we will do it using simple English. So you can just sit back, relax, and let the information flow. Okay, let's unpack this, starting with the very beginning of the day, the morning launchpad.
It all begins with that first sound in the dark, the alarm clock.
Yes, that beep. It is always a little tough.
It really is.
It's so easy to reach over and just, hit the snooze button, maybe just once.
But hitting that snooze button too much is actually dangerous for your energy level.
Wait, dangerous?
Yeah, I mean, if you hit it 3 times every single morning, you are pretty much guaranteeing that you will fall fast asleep again and be late for the day.
Oh, I have definitely done that.
We all have. That is because of something called sleep inertia. When you go back to sleep after the alarm rings, your brain starts a brand new sleep cycle.
Oh, wow. So you're starting all over again.
Exactly. So when the alarm wakes you up 10 minutes later, you are pulling your brain out of deep sleep. That leaves you feeling confused and tired for hours.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, so that is why the physical actions you take in those first few minutes are so important. Getting out of bed right away, stretching your arms, and opening the curtains to let the natural sunlight in.
Because the light wakes you up, right?
Right. Natural light sends a clear chemical signal to your brain that it is time to wake up.
And then there's the habit of making the bed immediately, pulling up the sheets and arranging the pillows. But let me push back on this a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Is making the bed really that important? Honestly, you are just going to get back into it at night. Isn't it just a chore?
Well, what's fascinating here is the psychology behind micro wins.
Micro wins, like a small victory.
Exactly. A small, easy victory.
Yeah.
When you complete a small physical task right at the start of the day, like making your bed so the room looks clean, you set a psychological tone of calm and control.
Oh, I see.
You are telling your brain, I am organized, I am capable. It actually lowers your stress immediately.
Okay, I can see how a neat room makes you feel less stressed. Then you walk into the bathroom. You need to brush your teeth for a full 2 minutes using plenty of toothpaste.
Yes, 2 full minutes is key.
Then you splash cold water on your face. That cold water gives your nervous system a quick shock to wake you up super fast.
It definitely works.
After that, a shower. A warm shower really helps you feel fresh. Although I know some people on the internet say you should take freezing cold showers every day for your health.
Yeah, freezing cold shower is definitely a bit too brave for most of us in the morning. A warm, comfortable shower is usually best to gently wake up your muscles.
I completely agree. Then, getting dressed, you have to check the weather forecast first so you know what to wear.
Right, you don't want to freeze outside.
And checking the mirror is crucial. You don't want to rush out of the house and put your shirt on inside out. My friend Dave actually did that last week because he was in such a hurry.
Oh no, poor Dave. But yeah, taking just a second to look in the mirror prevents those little mistakes. It is all about reducing how many hard decisions your brain has to make early in the day.
And then breakfast. My absolute favorite part of the morning.
Oh, definitely.
Maybe you like coffee. 2 scoops of dark roast coffee with just a splash of milk. Or maybe you are a tea person, enjoying a hot cup of green tea with a drop of honey.
Both are great ways to signal to your body that the day has started.
Yeah. And for the food, you might grab a frying pan to make scrambled eggs. A great trick is to add a splash of milk, Never cold water, right? And stir them slowly with a wooden spoon so they stay soft.
That sounds delicious. Or maybe a healthy bowl of warm oatmeal topped with fresh sliced fruit and a little bit of cinnamon.
Oh, yes. But here is the most important part of breakfast. You have to sit down to eat. You should never run out the front door while eating a cereal bar.
I see people do that all the time.
My friend Sarah does that, and she always drops crumbs all over her jacket.
Well, beyond keeping your jacket clean, sitting down at the kitchen table, even just for 10 minutes, is a biological signal.
How so?
It moves your body out of a stressful rush mode and into a calm digest mode.
You know, I look at this whole morning routine like a pre-flight checklist for an airplane. You have to check every box light, shower, clothes, food before you can fly safely.
That is a great way to think about it.
So our checklist is complete, the kitchen is warm, the coffee cup is empty, and we are ready to step out the front door. Which brings us to the commute and the office entry.
The commute is simply the travel you do from your home to your work. And because traveling can be unpredictable, staying stress-free during this time is a big goal.
Yes. Leaving the house by 7:30 means you don't have to walk fast. You can just walk at a steady pace to the train or bus station.
Which keeps your heart rate down.
Exactly. And putting on headphones to listen to music or a deep dive like ours makes the walk feel short. It gives you a little private bubble.
It does. But you have to take those headphones off when you get inside the station.
Right, so you can hear the safety announcement.
Exactly. You always have to pay attention to your surroundings in a busy station.
And paying for your ride should be easy too. Using a transit card where you just tap the card on the machine and go is so convenient.
It saves so much time.
It really does. My coworker Mark always forgets his card and has to wait in a long, slow line to buy a paper ticket. It is the worst feeling when you are trying to get to work on time.
I bet. That tap and go system is a perfect example of removing friction from your day. Then there's the unwritten etiquette of public transit.
Right, the rules everyone just knows.
Yeah. Standing safely behind the yellow line on the platform. When the train doors open, you must let the people step off the train before you try to step inside.
That is a golden rule. And if the train is crowded and there are no seats, you have to hold tightly onto the handrail so you don't fall down.
Safety first.
I feel like these unwritten rules are there to lower everyone's collective anxiety.
Yeah.
If everyone follows the rules, the crowded train feels safe and predictable.
That is perfectly said. Predictability saves mental energy. And once that ride is over, you walk into the office.
The office lobby always has a very distinct smell, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A mix of fresh floor wax and strong morning coffee.
It really does hit you right away.
I think those smells act like sensory triggers. The moment you smell that floor wax, your brain knows it is time to work. You take the elevator and you start seeing your coworkers.
And this is where the socializing begins.
Yes, everyone goes to the break room to get coffee and make small talk. You talk about the weather, or maybe you talk about a coworker's pet, like Lisa's cute golden retriever.
Small talk is everywhere.
It is. But I want to ask you about this. People are always making small talk about the rain or what they did on Saturday. Isn't that just empty conversation? Why do we spend time doing it?
It is a very common thought to view small talk as a waste of time. But small talk isn't actually about exchanging deep, important information.
No.
No, think about it like a vital social tool. In psychology, they compare it to how animals groom each other to show trust.
Oh, wow. Like social grooming.
Yes, exactly. Asking about the weather, or Lisa's golden retriever, builds psychological safety. It proves to your coworkers that you are friendly and cooperative.
That makes a lot of sense.
Being helpful and friendly makes the office a much more pleasant environment to spend your whole day in.
I really like that. It warms up the social engine before the hard work begins. So, you finish your coffee and get settled at your desk. You adjust your office chair so the ergonomics are right for your body.
Protecting your back is so important when you sit all day.
Definitely. You check your office supplies. Getting your physical space ready helps your mind focus, like using little yellow sticky notes to remember tasks.
Sticky notes are great if you don't use too many.
Yeah, Mark uses so many sticky notes that you can't even see his computer monitor anymore.
There might be too many.
I think so too. And then you check your emails. The smart way is sorting them by priority. If the boss sends an email marked urgent, you reply to that one first. So after sorting all those urgent emails and working hard all morning, your stomach starts rumbling. The clock hits noon. It is time for a midday reset, lunch and errands.
Stepping away from your desk isn't just about food, It is incredibly refreshing for your mind to change environments.
You walk down the street to a local cafe, When you order, it is all about polite, simple English. You just smile and say, "I'll have the turkey club sandwich, please," or "Can I get the roasted tomato soup?"
Keeping it polite and clear.
Exactly. And choosing a light meal is a very smart strategy. If you eat a heavy lunch, your blood sugar will crash and you will get very sleepy at your desk all afternoon.
That afternoon crash is the worst. You can also customize your food easily to fit your health needs. You can ask for the mayonnaise on the side so you can control how much you eat.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Or if you have food allergies, you can look for special symbols on the menu, like the green V for vegetarian.
Right. After enjoying a quiet meal, it is time to pay the bill. If the total is $24.50, you can split the bill in half with your friend.
Which makes it easier for everyone.
Yeah, that means you each pay $12.25. And in the United States, it is a strong social custom to leave a 15 to 20% tip for good service. So you might round the total up to $30.
And because you were efficient with your lunch, you still have time to run a few practical errands before going back to work.
Yes. Walking into a cool, air-conditioned pharmacy, you can buy a 30-count bottle of allergy pills for those spring flowers. A bottle that size will last a whole month.
Very practical.
You can grab your daily multivitamins or some cute travel-sized toothpaste.
It is also the perfect time to buy pain relievers, like aspirin or ibuprofen. Staring at a bright computer screen all day can really cause bad headaches.
Oh, tell me about it. Dave got a terrible headache last week and had to ask 3 different people in the office before he finally found an aspirin.
See, that is why keeping a small bottle at your desk is a lifesaver.
It really is. And if you can't find what you need in the store, you can just politely ask a clerk. "Excuse me, could you tell me where the lip balm is?" They're always happy to help.
It never hurts to ask.
Then you just go to the self-checkout or tap your card to pay the $18.40 total. But I have to stop and ask something here.
Sure.
Running errands, buying pills, asking clerks questions during a lunch break sounds a bit stressful. Shouldn't we just sit on a park bench and let our brains rest?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, running those quick errands during the middle of the day is actually a major time saver for your future self.
How do you mean?
By buying your vitamins and toothpaste at noon, you don't have to stop at a busy store on your way home when you're already tired. It completely frees up your precious evening hours for true relaxation.
Ah, so you are buying yourself free time later. You are front-loading the chores. That makes total sense. And speaking of evenings, once the afternoon flies by and 5 p.m. arrives, it is time for the evening shift. Groceries and dinner.
Supermarket shopping at the end of the day can actually be a very relaxing process if you know how to navigate it and have a solid plan.
First, you have to choose a good shopping cart. You want one with smooth wheels so it doesn't squeak or pull your arms to the side.
A bad wheel will ruin the whole trip.
It really will. Then you head straight to the produce section. You want to check the vegetables to make sure they are firm and unbruised. And remember, produce is usually priced by the pound, so you weigh it first.
From there, you move to the meat department.
Yes, looking for that bright yellow sticker. Finding chicken breasts on sale for $2 off per pound is a great feeling.
Everybody loves a good deal.
Mark actually loves organizing his discount coupons in a little binder every Sunday to save money.
Oh, wow, that is organized.
He is very dedicated to his coupons. Then you visit the international aisle for things like a bottle of sesame oil and a big bag of jasmine rice.
When you reach the checkout, organization matters again. You should unload the heavy items, like the rice, onto the belt first.
Oh, so the soft stuff doesn't get crushed.
Right, the soft produce goes last so it doesn't get squished by the heavy things.
And packing everything into reusable cloth bags is a great eco-friendly habit. Then you head home. Walking through the front door with fresh food is great, but now you have to do the kitchen prep. The French call it mise en place.
Yes, putting in place, getting all your ingredients, cutting boards, and tools ready before you even turn on the stove.
You wash the veggies under cool water. You use a peeler to take the skin off the carrots. And you must cut things into small, bite-sized pieces so they cook faster.
That is a very important step.
Yeah, Mark tried to cook whole carrots in a frying pan once, and they took an hour to get soft. Cutting them thin is definitely the right way to do it. But here is where it gets really interesting for me.
Okay, let's hear it.
I look at cooking a meal kind of like building a house. If your foundation, the washing, the chopping, the kitchen prep isn't done right, the whole house falls apart and cooking becomes a stressful mess. But realistically, when you get home from work, isn't chopping vegetables just another tiring deadline?
It can definitely feel that way, but having a structured step-by-step process in the kitchen actually removes the stress.
Really? How?
Well, chopping vegetables is a repetitive physical motion. After a long day of doing abstract mental work on a computer, doing something physical with your hands lowers your cortisol.
Oh, your stress hormone.
Exactly. It lowers your stress hormone and turns a chore into a rewarding activity.
I never thought about it like that. It
Sure.
is like therapy for your tired brain. Then the cooking begins. Measuring is super important. For jasmine rice, the ratio is 1 cup of rice to 1.5 cups of water.
And you just let it cook slowly.
Yeah, you put a lid on the pot and let it simmer gently on low heat. For the chicken, you always use a separate cutting board for the raw meat. That is a vital safety habit so you don't spread bacteria.
Exactly. You never want to mix raw meat with fresh vegetables.
Then you heat up a large wok. When you drop the chicken in, you hear that wonderful sizzle sound. You stir it for 5 to 7 minutes so it doesn't burn, add the bright vegetables, and finish with a slow drizzle of sesame oil for flavor.
That sounds amazing.
It is. While it cooks, you set the table. The rule is simple. The fork goes on the left side of the plate, and the knife and spoon go on the right side. Setting the table makes the meal feel special.
And after you enjoy that beautiful meal, there's a cleanup rule.
Yes. If one person cooks the meal, the other person cleans the kitchen. It is only fair, and it prevents resentment.
It is a great rule to have.
You put the leftover food into airtight glass containers so you can easily microwave them for lunch tomorrow. You load the basic plates into the dishwasher to save water. But you must wash the large wok and the wooden cutting board by hand so they don't get ruined.
Working together to clean up means you both get to relax sooner.
And once the kitchen counters are wiped down and sparkling clean, the day finally transitions into its ultimate goal. Pure relaxation. We are winding down and getting ready for bedtime.
This is the time to leave the busy day behind, shed your work identity, and let your mind slow down completely.
First things first, you have to take off your work clothes. Changing into cozy sweatpants and soft, warm slippers is a must.
Absolutely essential.
You go to the living room, sit on the comfortable couch, and turn on the television. But then you experience something called scrolling paralysis.
Yeah, there are simply too many movies and shows to choose from on streaming platforms today. Your brain is tired of making choices, so having too many options is just overwhelming.
You can spend 20 minutes just scrolling. Eventually, you choose a calm, quiet, ocean wildlife documentary. And here is a great tip. Turning on the English subtitles at the bottom of the screen helps you catch every single word.
It makes the spoken dialogue much easier to follow without having to turn the volume up too loud.
And while the ocean waves play on the TV, it is great to do an evening hobby. Maybe a crossword puzzle, or writing 3 good things that happened today in a daily journal.
Unplugging a little bit.
Yeah. Mark actually likes to knit while he watches TV. He knitted himself a huge blue sweater last winter. It is also the perfect time to connect with people.
Sharing the little highlights of your day reminds you that you are part of a community.
You might do a video call with your family, laughing about a funny story. Like how Lisa's sneaky golden retriever jumped up and stole a whole loaf of bread off the kitchen counter.
Oh my goodness, a whole loaf.
Yes. Or maybe you prefer group text messages, where Dave sends funny pictures to help everyone unwind and laugh. But before you can actually sleep, you have to secure the house. Locking the deadbolts on the front door and checking that all the downstairs windows are closed tight.
Always a good idea.
Sarah forgot to close her window once, and a stray cat jumped right into her living room while she was sleeping.
Oh wow, that will certainly ruin a good night of rest. Knowing your home is locked and safe allows your brain to truly shut down.
Next is sleep hygiene. Putting on fresh pajamas. Light, breathable cotton is usually better than heavy flannel, so you don't wake up feeling too hot and sweaty.
Temperature control is huge for sleep.
It is. Setting the room temperature is crucial. The sweet spot is a cool 68 degrees. Although Dave likes to sleep in a freezing cold room with a high-speed fan blowing right on him.
Well, a slightly cool room actually lowers your core body temperature, which is a biological requirement for falling asleep faster. So Dave has the right idea, even if it is extreme.
Then you have to set your morning alarm on your phone for the next day. Choosing a gentle, soft chime sound is a much kinder way to wake up than a brutal, loud buzzing noise.
Oh, absolutely.
You turn the phone screen face down so the light doesn't shine in your eyes, and pull the blackout curtains closed.
Darkening the room completely stops light from interrupting your sleep cycles.
You get into bed, fluff the pillow with your hands so it supports your head, and get comfortable. Most people are side sleepers. If you live on a noisy street, Using a white noise machine that plays the sound of falling rain or ocean waves can drown out the loud cars.
White noise is a lifesaver in the city.
It really is. But if you're a very light sleeper, you might even need to wear foam earplugs. Finally, you take 3 slow, deep breaths and just drift off. But wait, let me ask you something before we finish.
Sure, what is it?
With so many amazing streaming shows and everyone looking at smartphones, aren't traditional hobbies like doing crosswords, journaling, or knitting kind of fading away?
You know, this raises an important question about how our modern brains work. Actually, analog hobbies like knitting or writing with a real pen on paper are making a huge comeback.
Really? Why is that?
It is exactly because we stare at bright screens all day long. Our brains are exhausted from digital light and endless information. We naturally crave the quiet, simple focus of physical, hands-on tasks. It is the only way for the modern brain to truly rest.
That makes perfect sense. We need to touch real physical things to unwind from the digital world. So what does this all mean? We have traveled from the morning alarm clock, through the busy office commute, navigated the supermarket aisles, and ended with the evening white noise machine.
It has been a full day.
It has. We've seen how every step of the day has its own rhythm and its own purpose in keeping us balanced.
Exactly. When you understand the why behind these simple actions, the whole day makes a lot more sense.
We want you to think about your own day. Which part of your daily routine do you enjoy the most? Is it the quiet morning coffee, the walk to the station, or maybe the evening relaxation?
We often think of our daily routines as boring, or just chores we have to get through.
Right.
But they are actually the invisible architecture of our lives.
I love that phrase.
If you want to know who you will be in 5 years, don't look at your big long-term goals. Look at what you do at 7:30 every morning and 8 o'clock every night. What is your daily routine building for you?
Wow. The invisible architecture. That is something to really think about next time you are washing a wok or waiting for the train. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into everyday life. Have a wonderful rest of your day or a very good night's sleep.